When you think of Bob's Burgers, there are a few things that probably come to mind. The restaurant, the many musical numbers, and of course, the Belcher family. But today we're zeroing in on the one, the only Tina Belcher, the horse-loving, butt-obsessed, socially awkward icon who's taught us all to embrace our inner weird. So let's get straight into the traits that make her so relatable and why Tina Belcher is more than just a meme, she's a cultural phenomenon. Who is Tina Belcher? It's hard to have watched Bob's Burgers without quickly coming to the realization that Tina Belcher is a one-of-a-kind character. Tina is, of course, an ever-awkward 13-year-old who's doing her best while navigating the horrors of being a fresh teenager, and like most teens, she's insecure and painfully earnest. She's the oldest of the Belcher kids and easily the most unique.
Back of hand.
Whoa, too fast.
Front of hands.
Are you driving to the hospital, Louise? Stop speeding.
While you can look at her siblings and see where their personalities come from, Jean being more like Linda and Louise being more like Bob, Tina doesn't really fit into this dynamic. She's kind of the oddball out, even when it comes to her own family. In fact, I've seen people say this on another one of my videos, but when it comes to her family, Tina's actually most like Gail. And while I see where people are coming from with this comparison, I think it's not quite as one-to-one as her siblings and her parents. And while that's for a few different reasons, the biggest one I would say is that Tina owns her awkwardness in a way that feels both refreshing and deeply empowering. She's the type of character who takes the cringe that you feel along with her and makes it work for her. And that's because, unlike your Megs out there, Tina isn't a punchline. She's a celebration of everything we've been taught to hide as teenagers. Our awkwardness, our weird hobbies, and our unfiltered passion for things we love.
Let me ask you this. Why do you want to be a junior lifeguard?
I want to be a junior lifeguard because I love the beach. I'm a very strong swimmer. I'm super into discipline, and I've always wanted to be a lifeguard. Yep, all true. You can check my journal.
Let's take a quick step back to the very early days of Bob's Burgers. Did you know she was almost a teenage boy?
He's autistic. He can't help it.
Yeah, I'm autistic.
Or rather that she was conceived of as a 13-year-old boy named Daniel. But when Bob's Burgers was picked up by Fox, the showrunners decided to gender swap the character, fearing that having two male children just didn't work and wouldn't feel right. And thank God they did, because out of this change, Tina Belcher was born. Tina is voiced by Dan Mintz, whose hilariously deadpan delivery gave Tina her iconic monotone and who, believe it or not, was also supposed to have voiced Daniel, Tina's original male counterpart.
Yeah, you said we're changing the character to a girl.
Dan himself has said that he didn't actually change much in his voice acting when Tina became female.
Surprised that actually no one ever really notices, and if I don't tell them, because I don't look like Tina, but the one time that people will come up as if they didn't see me, but they just heard me talking on my phone.
And then what do you say?
I say, yeah, I'm Tina.
Which just proves how universal her personality is. Tina's creation was a happy accident that turned into pure magic. By leaning into her quirks and letting her be unapologetically weird, the creators gave us one of the most relatable teen characters in animated history. So that's all great and good, but why exactly did changing Tina from a boy to a girl play such a big part in what took this character from alright to amazing? Well, one of my favorite holdovers is her unapologetic boy obsession.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm Tina.
Yeah, I'm Damon.
Damon.
It's such a refreshing take on the traditional trope of an awkward, girl-obsessed teenage boy. And she's literally the opposite of that, and it's kind of crazy to me that we don't really see it that often. But Tina's butt obsession doesn't usually veer into the creep sphere of things.
My butt pink.
Lift with your butts.
Your ass is grass, and I'm gonna mow it.
It absolutely does sometimes, but that's not always the norm here. Instead, we get ownership of desire without objectification. While she more often than not does ultimately give in to her hormonal teenage urges, her desire isn't completely rooted in shallow conquest. Instead, what we typically see is Tina daydreaming about riding horses with Jimmy Jr. And while yes, her friend fiction is erotic,
At the zombie touched the butt of that girl with the frosted hair from my art class. I think her name is Christy.
It's Katie, and ew.
Tina's affection isn't based solely on passive admiration. She actively pursues Jimmy Jr. by participating in his interests.
That's because maybe you're not meant to be a backup dancer. Maybe you're meant to be a front-up dancer. Maybe floppy scoops are gonna be the next big move. When you do
do it. You're doing your own thing, and that's inspiring. It inspires me to do my own thing.
And expressing her own needs and desires. Tina doesn't just want a boyfriend, she wants a dance partner, someone to tackle the zombie apocalypse with, and someone to gallop off into the sunset with. Her crushes aren't goals to achieve, they're collaborators in the epic friend fiction she's writing about her own life. Tina is romantic, not reductive, and that's what makes her so refreshing.
And the last one's Tina.
Hi, I'm Tina. I like horses, music, and boys.
Hi, boys. I'm Tina.
Tina isn't afraid to talk about the things she loves. It doesn't really matter if she's writing one of her erotic friend fictions, daydreaming about riding horses with Jimmy Jr., or declaring her undying love for zombies. Tina goes all in. And for teens still figuring out who they are, she's a reminder that it's not just okay to be a little weird, it's okay to be really weird. Even in the most cringe-worthy moments, Tina never stops putting herself out there. Yeah, okay, she's a bit different, but she owns it. Her awkwardness doesn't define her, it's just one part of her wonderfully unique personality. And honestly, that's kind of really inspiring. Tina's unabashed enthusiasm for the things she loves is what makes her so endearing. It doesn't really matter if she's daydreaming about romance, writing erotic friend fiction, or being wrapped up in one of her sister's schemes. She approaches everything with the same passionate energy. Tina says and does what so many people need to hear and see. Care as much as you want, be as weird as you are, and don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. She's not just the queen of awkward, she's the queen of owning it. Tina's impact on pop culture. Tina didn't just stay on TV, she exploded into pop culture in ways that few other breakout characters from shows have. Over the years, she's become a full-blown cultural icon and a symbol for anyone who's ever felt like an outsider. Her catchphrases and mannerisms, like her infamous moan, have become internet staples. There's an absolute butt ton of Tina cosplay. Fans have embraced her iconic look. Blue shirt, glasses, and yellow hair barrette because it's so easy to pull off and so instantly recognizable. And of course, we can't forget her dance moves. Tina may not have the best rhythm, but she makes up for it with pure enthusiasm. Her signature moves have inspired countless recreations and lots of laughs. What we can learn from Tina. At the core of her character, Tina teaches us that it's okay to be awkward, quirky, passionate, and weird. She's a reminder that adolescence doesn't just have to be about fitting in, it can be about standing out, even if it's a little messy. She also reminds us of the importance of family. Her siblings may tease her, but they always have her back. And her parents? They're endlessly supportive, even when Tina's antics get a little unconventional.
How's her today? I didn't want to tell you guys till I felt ready, so I've been practicing in my closet.
Tina, do you really think you're the cheerleader type?
Bob, be supportive. Come on, what cheer are you gonna do for the tryout?
Let's go ignite the wax staff team as dynamite.
Okay, we're ready. Let's hear you do it.
I just did it.
Oh.
In a world that often pressures people to act cool and to conform, Tina gives us permission to be ourselves. Quirks, awkwardness, everything. For over 15 seasons at this point, Tina Belcher has solidified her place as one of TV's most iconic teens. She's a beacon for awkward people everywhere, a veritable meme treasure trove, and let's be honest, an absolute legend. Whether you're an awkward teen yourself or just someone who remembers how horrible that phase was, Tina Belcher is here to remind us all to embrace our weirdness. Because let's face it, we all have a little Tina on the inside. But anyways, this has been 10K Bill, and thanks for watching. Comment down below what you'd like to hear me talk about next. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date on everything I'm working on. And of course, make sure you subscribe for your entertainment-related content.